Now, let me just say that today I want to use a fable as part of encouraging you uh, with your job search. Because until you repeat and learn these skills to a deep level, what often happens is that they're awkward. And when people are dealing with awkward situations, they procrastinate. And when they procrastinate, they feel badly about themselves and they delay even more because they're afraid of making a mistake. So I want to use this fable as a lesson for you. And I learned this from my men's group some years ago, which is called the Mankind Project. It's an international men's organization that helps men lead lives of purpose, mission, accountability, integrity, and generosity, to name just a few of the attributes that the organization tries to foster. And I heard this story one time and it really struck with me. And let's see how you respond to it. And it's a story about how lions hunt gazelle. You see, gazelle are much faster than lions. So for lions to catch gazelle, they developed a system that involves old lions and young lions. You see, knowing that they can be outrun, what the young lions do is herd the gazelle in a particular direction. Now, the old lions would never in a million years be able to catch the gazelle because they're just way too old and they're just way too slow. With the result being that by herding the gazelle in the direction of the old lions are kind of hiding in the brush. Like the way I'm hiding in the brush? They're hiding in the brush, waiting for the gazelle to leap up, to come close to them. At which point, the old lions stand up and give a huge roar. I'll spare you my roar, okay? They provide a huge roar. The gazelle become frightened, and they start running in the opposite direction, directly to the young lions, who are able to catch them and slaughter them. What's the lesson from this? Had the gazelle just faced their fear and gone directly toward the roar, they would have outrun the old lions and be able to escape. But fear paralyzed them and cost them their lives. How does fear affect you? How does your fear of looking badly cost you professionally and personally? How is it affecting you in your job search? For many individuals, like I said, fear leads to procrastination, which ultimately leads to failure. Even if you don't quite get to the point of profound failure, that is, you lose your career, you may lose your finances, you may hurt your family. There's a whole host of impacts that I would consider to be failures that you can avoid if only you face your fear, learn the skills that you need to, and practice and prepare and rehearse and strategize and do all the work needed in order to find your next job. See, I'm in the recruiting business, and I've been in the field for more than 40 years. So I know how many details go into finding a job for someone. It's not just simply, again, whether you can do the work. It's whether or not you can deliver that on an interview and do all the other minute things needed to find your next job. So my encouragement to you, and the purpose of this hangout today, is learn what you don't know. Risk making mistakes. Very few of them are going to be so terrible that they're going to cost you so much. But not doing these things can cost you a lot. They can cost you opportunities that you really want. They can cost you money by receiving a lesser salary than you might normally receive. They might cost you, respect in your family, your family's love temporarily. Some people I know lose their marriages during a job search. So again, face your fears and go to the roar. Find the things that you need to learn. Now, I want to refer at this point to one of those great trainers that I found out there, Seth Godin. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Seth. Godin, if you want to look him up. And he talks about launching and thinking of yourself as an artist, but artists need to ship. In order to be successful, you need to get your stuff out the door. Tinkering and tweaking and trying to be perfect dooms you to failure. That's true in job hunting. You can get away with being real good. You can get away with being excellent. But if you strive for perfection, you're doomed to failure. Get yourself out there. Try to learn as much as you can before that. But as you go along, do course corrections, tweak your search, and you'll find your next job sooner rather than later.